Merry Christmas from Ghoster Coasters. We are here live on Christmas Eve, on this cold, cold Christmas Eve.
Brr.
So I know none of us are riding coasters because it is cold everywhere.
Oh yeah, even down in Orlando they had some pretty cold temperatures
I
today.
know.
So we are here talking about Kings Island,
Yes.
located in Mason, Ohio. It's become a must-visit for enthusiasts and families alike, thrilling guests for over 50 years. Now, over time, rides come and go, and surely they need replacements, and at some point, Kings Island has plenty of real estate to work with. But there's one that really sticks out in particular.
Vortex is waiting to take you for a spin, to send you head over heels, upside down, 6 breathtaking times. But I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. Feel the grip of Vortex.
Vortex was a roller coaster that opened in April of 1987, built by the legendary Aerodynamics and Ron Toomer. Holding the record for inversions with 6 when it opened and standing 148 feet tall, Vortex helped Kings Island surpass 3 million guests for the first time in the park's history.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Vortex came to a close on October 27th of 2019, having given out over 46 million rides. Vortex trains were then sent to Carowinds, and all that remains is a little empty plot waiting for its next thrilling coaster. So what's coming to the Kings Island Vortex plot? There's some fun rumors out there.
Sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. So I am thinking, we got a new ride coming, hopefully a new coaster. What do you think?
Well, I've seen on the blogs and the Twitterverse and the YouTube comments that a lot of people think it's a dive coaster or something from B&M again.
Yeah, I could kind of see that, because that is their kind of safety net go-to coaster company. But I'm kind of hoping that they up the ante a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they expand their horizons a bit. So we're going to go ahead and get into our predictions and give everything a percentage of how much we think that could happen. So stay tuned.
So I think that they're going to, once again, give us another dining experience. It's just proven fact. They had 2 in a row at Cedar Fair.
Featuring a wild mouse.
Woo woo.
Now, okay, guys, we're just kidding here. We
Yeah.
absolutely think that this is a 0% chance. So go ahead, let us know if you thought that was a good one or not, because guess what? It's not happening.
Nope.
Coming up next is going to be Gerstlauer Infinity Coasters. Now, this is a prediction I see out there a lot on the Twitterverse, a lot in YouTube videos. And while they do look really pretty with those lighting packages especially,
Oh, yeah.
I could see that lit up over there in the Vortex plot, and it would definitely give Diamondback a little bit of shine that it needs. And it
Yep.
could be a similar addition like a dive at Cedar Point, but different enough to still market it.
It could, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, there's capacity issues, some reliability issues, and honestly, I don't think that's a home run for Kings Island,
No.
personally. I know some enthusiasts and thrill seekers who would agree that that is a home run, but I would much rather see some other types of rides. So we're going to
Absolutely.
go ahead and give that a 5% chance of happening at Kings Island.
So next on our list is Intamin. Now, I would like to see Cedar Fair have a better relationship with Intamin because it would be really nice to see something go in there.
We need more Intamins.
Yes, definitely. I agree. There's a few different...
I think they could fill the holes with like a launch coaster at Kings Island especially.
Oh, yeah, they need a good launch coaster.
And Kings Island has the people eaters, so they can kind of afford to, go with a risk at this point.
Yeah.
Whether there's no reliability or I think Intamin's fixed that. They've shown that with rides like Conda, Pantheon, and Velocicoaster.
Exactly.
World-class rides, so I think it's just one of those things that they kind of need to get into.
They fixed their glitch. They're back on track, and they are doing fabulous.
And we definitely hope that they fix that relationship, and we think there's a slim chance here, guys, because you can't just be watching these other parks build them
Right.
and not be interested in them. So we're going to go ahead and give this a 10% chance as of right now. That could go up in future years, though. So let's all keep our fingers crossed for more Intamins.
Yep. Next up is Mack rides, and I'm sorry, but we need a ride like Copperhead Strike at Kings Island. Let's get that JoJo roll.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with you more.
The launches.
Who wouldn't like that at Kings Island?
I would love it.
I would be in line every single time, ready to ride.
What's the launch coaster they have there? Flight of Fear?
Yeah, Flight of Fear. Could you imagine
You want to
Copperhead
go
Strike?
in circles, or you want Copperhead Strike?
Definitely want Copperhead Strike. It gives that definite launch, but I mean, people have talked about extreme spinners too. Now, I'm not a huge extreme spinner fan, but I'd give it a chance.
Yeah,
I'd give it a go.
It a chance.
And it gives Kings Island that home run that they're really looking for.
Uniqueness.
Yeah, definitely unique. But the one problem I see with this is Cedar Fair has stated that they are not going to be spending $20 million or more on investments, and Copperhead Strike, surprise guys, was a little bit more than $20 million. So I don't know if Kings Island, but that is going without to say that Kings Island is a little bit, higher up on the chains, I think. I think it goes Cedar Point, Kings Island, and then Carowinds and the rest of them.
I agree.
So the chance is there, guys, but we're going to go ahead and say that's about 10 to 15%. Coming up next is going to be the RMC Ground Up. No, they will not be converting the racer, and no, they will not be doing anything to the beast ever, 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 so stop talking about it. Never going to happen. While I would love a Son of Beast rendition, I also don't think that's going to happen either.
No.
But Don Helbig did mention at one point that if they were to build an RMC, that guests would like to see it ground up. So I think there is a slight chance that we could see it. It's also a cheaper ride than the B&Ms and the Macks are, so it could potentially happen. The problems with it is the strain in the relationship. We've heard a lot about the strain in the relationship, so.
And the question is RMC willing to work with Cedar Fair, not the other way around?
Yeah, let's keep that in mind.
Yes.
But also, like, the capacity, too. I mean, I don't know if it would work, and are they really willing to outshine Cedar Point being so close? That's the big questions with an RMC ground up. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 15 to 20% chance just because everybody talks about it and they have to hear it. So 10 to 15% or 15 to 20%, that's what we're going to give it, guys.
So now we're going to move on to B&Ms. And yes, we know that there are already a lot of B&Ms in the park.
Plenty.
But we also know that B&M is Cedar Fair's safeguard coaster company.
Yeah, they definitely are. There's tons of reliable models. Their capacity, people eaters, so everybody's going to get a ride. The one thing that they are is expensive, and that's the,
Downside.
Kings Island doesn't have a dive or a wing coaster, and, with the surf coaster opening down at SeaWorld Orlando, there is some, I wouldn't be surprised if they waited, 2 years to see how that went, and then went with a surf coaster, because it would be a pretty easy ode to the King Cobra, and it would be kind of cool to bring it back, but I'm not a fan of the stand-up models. I don't think they need to come back to parks.
Yep, nope.
But if they were to go with a B&M, I think it would be a surf before a dive and a wing just because of the proximity to Cedar Point, not being able to really market it too much. I mean, you can market it to the southern regions, but like anybody that's in Ohio is already going to know Cedar Point has one, so it'd be tough to kind of do that unless it was like a gimmick record. So we're going to go ahead and say B&M is
20%.
20%. That's what we're going to go with. And coming in the final spot is going to be a shock to all, but we think it's going to be Vekoma.
Woo woo.
With all the rides opening here, coming to Codaland, I mean, you guys just got to think about the tilt coaster. If that model goes over well, they could easily market that, and it would be a dive-type coaster, similar to, Valraven, but very much a different ride experience and very easy to market that.
More thrilling.
Yeah, it'd be much more thrilling, too. Let's not be coy about that. I would love to see the Bermuda Blitz models. It would offer the launches we want, and it would be similar to Maverick and Copperhead Strike, and each park would have a different type of, Bermuda Blitz / launching coaster.
I don't know. I'm going back to the tilt because I really like that floating tilt up in the air as you're cresting to the point where there is no end to the track, and then it slowly tilts down, and then it's just a straight dive down. They've got, the 0G rolls. They've got inversions. They've got bunny hops.
Yeah,
it's
they
going
could
to
go
be
and
so thrilling.
Oh, to Vortex with 6 inversions if they wanted to. That'd
They
be pretty
really
sick.
could.
I would be down with that, but honestly, I want to see the Bermuda Blitz model, or go ahead and build me a hyper model with inversions, because Kings Island doesn't have a hyper with inversions really, so that would be great. Orion and Diamondback don't feature them, and I know Orion's a Giga. Don't start commenting. We know it is, but they're the same ride model in essence. Nothing really, looping there. So if they
No.
wanted to, I mean, Flight of Fear does, but if they wanted to, they could build a hyper looping model too. I'd be cool with either one of those, but honestly, if they built the tilt, I could see that. They would look amazing. It would be really cool in the park. People would stand there on that midway. I mean, just
Oh
gawking.
yeah, you couldn't do nothing but.
Yeah, definitely. The one problem I see it with, though, is Cedar Fair and Vacoma. What is their relationship? Have they ever spoke to them? Have they talked to them? I mean,
Yeah, who knows?
yeah, who knows what their
Besides the
relationship
insiders,
is?
and that's not us.
It's a risk as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and give this a 35% chance. So let us know what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button. It definitely helps us against the algorithm. Also, subscribe to the channel. We can't wait to hit 1,000 subscribers. We love chatting with you guys. And we can't wait to bring you guys more content. We got dragster content. We got tons of stuff coming. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And remember to keep on ghosting coasters.